Yeah.
That was ugly. That would have been hard to watch from the stands if you really love baseball. You know, we got off to a good start with Marshall Denton. You know, he's only a sophomore we threw today. I mean, Colin Taylor's a sophomore, but he was converted catcher. He's had Tommy John surgery. It's the first time he's been on the mound.
Right.
And you know, there were some good things in there with a couple of our pitchers, but for the most part, you know, they just struggle with command. I mean, we walked them and we hit them, and that's why they beat us.
Right. So what did you learn from this series?
That we compete pretty good. We play on the road, and you know, I like what I saw from our team.
Right.
I didn't play a couple of our starters, and I threw a bunch of young kids today, and we still had a chance to win the game. So it makes me feel pretty good about some of these.
Do you see much difference? These teams seem a little similar to y'all. You obviously have more power than they do.
I don't know if we have more power. I mean, they've got guys. I watched their BP. They're launching balls out here probably as much or more than we did. We just have 2 or 3 guys that can hit them out. But we, you know, I see a little bit of the same team. You know, we both try to run a little bit, and we depend on our pitching. And I don't know.
Right. Just didn't want to go with Cops or any of the other guys.
No, those guys weren't even on the board. They lifted weights today, conditioned and threw bullpens, and we're getting ready for the weekend.
We got to grab a couple of Alabama things if that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Just same rotation. What do you think about the?
Yeah, we'll go the same rotation. And okay, man, thank you. Yeah, we'll go the same rotation.
And what do you think about Bama?
Really have made a jump. You know, talking to people, just that offensively they're a lot better. They pitch it a lot better, and they play to win. And it's going to be a tough series. It's going to be a good series, and it's going to be a big test for us to go on the road.
What are you seeing from Martin at the plate these last few games?
Probably just pressing a little bit. You know, it seems like you know, he's behind in the count. It's just about every at bat. He hasn't been in too many what we call hitters counts, plus counts. He's, you know, if he swings at the first pitch, he seems like he's not getting a hit. But if he doesn't swing at it, it's a strike, and he gets behind, then they throw him a nice pitch. And it seems like he's 0-2, 1-2 before he knows what happened. And, you know, we're just hoping that, you know, he'll pick it up this weekend. I think he will.
Despite all the wildness, you had a couple of runners second and third a couple times. If you get one big hit, you might change the game around.
Yeah, we had a couple of chances, you know, in the middle of the game. You know, we had the bases loaded and 1 out, and we hit into a double play. You know, that we needed to at least get 1 run there. I think at the time we had a 2-run lead, and instead we don't get any momentum. Goes back to their dugout, and we've got all these young guys coming in that, you know, are having trouble throwing it over the plate. So you could see it swing, and we needed to score a few runs.
Was there a thought to go with Denton another inning, or are you just trying to save him for this weekend?
Yeah, I mean, we thought about it, but you know, obviously he's a guy that we may need on Saturday or Sunday, and it's just, you know, the weekend is so important, and you know, we just feel like that we needed to get him out of there.
Just interested, how do some of these pitchers get home that aren't going to be on the 27 man? Oh, they go?
They go with us. They're not on the roster.
Oh, okay.
We have to turn in a roster tomorrow, and earlier than normal when you do this. So, and a lot of teams do this. You know, some teams might take 32. You know, we took 30 on this trip, and you know, pretty much played them all. I think, you know, or pitched them all. So, because there'll be 3 of those pitchers that'll go off the roster.
Yeah, it has to be 27 for.
Yeah, and all the position players will be on the roster.